morning, all. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for this Thursday, the 21st of January, 2021, getting on to 8:30 a.m. Central Time. Well, if we take a look, the stock market as a whole is up. You'll see the economic data. I thought it was not too bad. Unemployment claims and the like, they're running high, but we know it's COVID. But when you look at the Philly Fed index, look pretty good. You'll see housing starts blowout numbers. Eurocurrency, off the highs nearly 30 points, as you can see. It got up nearly 70, and the dollar got down to the 90 level. For those of you that get my morning subscriber video, I was talking, watch the dollar. It might be headed back to that 90 level. And I was saying this at 5:30 this morning, and it made new lows and did make a run towards that number. Now the question is what? When we look at what's going on in the energy market, the API number that came out yesterday afternoon, they were just plain bearish. You're still showing too many builds in both the crude and the products. So I viewed it as that. The market sold off and has since come back. Everybody's waiting to get the EIA numbers, and that'll verify one way or the other what's going on. We're getting a reactionary bounce in the currencies to yesterday's washout in the corn and the soybeans, but I am not seeing that the markets have really regained much of their footing. I'm waiting to see if that'll happen later. And if you take a look at this drop that's going on in Bitcoin, down almost 10% today, down 31.80 a coin to 31,835. Remember, we had been talking at the end of the day, and in my subscriber videos especially, I've been talking about Bitcoin. Can it get back to the 18-day average of closes? And that's pretty much what it did. Jobless claims came in down 26,000, but 900,000 in a week is very high. It's lower than last week, but it's still very high. And you're still with the weekly jobless claim numbers, the continuing claims, 5 million, and that's still a very high number. When we come to the Philly Fed index, just look at all these numbers. They're blowout. Admittedly, Philadelphia is not a New York City. It's not a Chicago, a San Francisco, LA, but it's important. Very important. And those are good-looking numbers. The housing starts, an important part to our economy. Look at this, up 5.8%. They expected it only up 0.8%. And the permits, which is what's going to come at you, they were up 4.5%. They expected them up 1.8%. Now, the European Central Bank, they're leaving everything as is. As you'd expect, Ms. Lagarde is saying the bank will monitor. It is flexible. It will make changes as needed, but they're expecting these programs to stay in place until March of 2022, from what I am reading, or longer or shorter. COVID's going to determine the length of a lot of this, and she's being quite flexible in making that very clear to everybody. So when we look at it, I still see the rotation where the Russell is not gaining as much as other currencies. The corn market back up and fighting desperately to see if it can hold onto an embedded reading, which is in charge of being lost, which could mean more of a correction. Same in the soybean market. So I am watching a number of interesting markets. And if you don't get my research, I'd love to put it in your hands. If you haven't tried it, or if you have tried it and it was a while ago, you want to see, is it worth your time and effort? Why not take a look at it? My written commentary, I write different. Think of Reader's Digest, a synopsis of what's going on, short paragraphs, bullet points. I get right to the heart of the matter. I'm not trying to write a 30-page letter each day, twice a day, in fact. Not going to happen. A lot of graphs in them. Also, you get my morning subscriber video. You get the full access to when I go into my webinars if you're on the trial. And what about our special reports that are all video? Well, how do you get all this? It's really simple. First, all you need to do is go to our website, www.iraepstein.com. When there, it's a free trial. I'm not asking you for a credit card or anything. Just go there. On the far right, it says free trials. Sign up for what you'd want and take it from there. I'll see you this afternoon. You have a great trading day. I'm Ira Epstein.